cycles of blaming and shaming each other. It's where we show our greatest love and compassion for each other, or where we have the ability to hate and destroy. And it's where we build each other or we break each other down. A cynic once said, love is a matter of chance, matrimony, a matter of money, and divorce a matter of course.
Yeah.
So what makes Romeo become rancid, and what makes Juliet become jaded? It starts like this. You go out and you meet this really nice guy, and he's so laid back and he's so cool, and your friends just think he's amazing. And you're this hyper A-type personality rushing around doing stuff the whole time. And it's just like love at first sight. Boy, the glue's there, and the opposites that have attracted you together. 7 years down the road, he's this lazy, idle bastard, remote in hand, and you sitting there in anger and resentment. Or you're attracted to her because she's vivacious and outgoing and seems to bring you out of your shell. But now you've reached the stage of life where a fun night for you is sitting at home reading a good book, and you can't understand why she wants to go out and socialize the whole time, and this causes friction. So why do you sink into his arms and end with your arms in the sink? Why do you meet a woman and you're sure that you were lovers in a past life, and after 2 weeks with her you realize why you haven't met up for 2,000 years? What we do when we meet someone inevitably is we take those hidden, unexpressed parts of ourselves, which we could call our shadow, and we project it onto that person, which is why we fall in love, because everything about ourselves that is not expressed, we see in the other. When the romance is over and reality starts dawning, we suddenly fall less in love, because we haven't learned to accept and appreciate those parts in ourselves, so it makes it more difficult to accept it in another. In the book, the way I equate it is we're sitting on this kind of seesaw. So I'm sitting on my side saying, well, of course, my life will be completely miserable until the bastard on the other side changes. And we get stuck in this position because we feel hopeless and helpless to actually change the position that we're in. And what I'm saying is, actually think of your relationship, and it doesn't have to be with your partner, it can be with your boss, it can be with your children, it can be with your parents. Think of it as the two of you sitting on a seesaw. If you change, in other words, if I shift my position on the seesaw, it will have to affect the other person. So instead of waiting for that person to change, if I change myself, then inevitably the relationship will change. And what you're really aiming for is to move from these polarized sides of the seesaw into the middle.